The moon passes the sun every 29.5 days, but its tilted orbit can throw the shadow 34,600 kilometers off target, nearly 3 Earth widths of clean miss. Watch the last sliver of sunlight snap out. In 1 second, the day turns to night, and a pale crown appears where the sun used to be. Here is what should be impossible. The sun is about 400 times wider than the moon. You could lay 400 moons across its face. And it sits roughly 400 times farther away. Push a giant back far enough and it shrinks to the size of a pebble held close. Both disks end up looking the same. How big something looks is just its width divided by its distance. Run that for the moon, about half a degree of sky. Run it for the sun, about half a degree as well. 2 objects with nothing in common, agreeing to within 3%. But the fit is not perfect. When the moon is at the far end of its orbit, it comes up slightly too small. Light leaks out all around it, and you get a ring. Over 5,000 years, rings are actually more common than total eclipses. Now here is the part that should bother you. Every 29.5 days, the moon slides right past the sun in our sky. So why isn't there an eclipse every single month? Picture Earth's path around the sun as a flat tabletop. If the moon's path lay flat on that same table, its shadow would spear straight down onto us. Every month, without fail. It doesn't lie flat. The moon's path is tipped by about 5 degrees. Watch the shadow now. It sails clean over the North Pole and off into empty space. 5 degrees sounds like almost nothing. So before I tell you, make a guess. How far above Earth do you think that shadow passes? At its worst, 34,600 kilometers. Earth is only 12,700 kilometers across. Stack Earth on top of itself, and it takes nearly 3 of them to reach that shadow. It doesn't graze us, it misses completely. 2 tilted rings sharing one center can only cross in 2 places. Astronomers call those crossings the nodes, and there, and only there, the moon's height above the table drops to 0 and the shadow finally lands. That is why not every month you need the right phase and a crossing point at the same time. Twice a year, the sun lines up with one of those crossings and the window stays open for about 34.5 days. A new moon comes every 29.5. One always falls inside. That is why Earth gets at least 2 solar eclipses a year without fail. Swap the geometry. A full moon at a crossing falls into Earth's own shadow, and it doesn't go black, it goes copper red. Our air bends sunlight inward and strips out the blue. That red light is every sunrise and every sunset on Earth arriving at once. August 1868, India. With the sun covered, Pierre Janssen split its light and found a yellow line matching nothing on Earth. They named it helium, after the Greek word for the sun. Nobody found it in the ground here for another 27 years. When the shadow does land, it paints a stripe only about 160 kilometers wide, racing east faster than 1,700 kilometers an hour. Stand on one spot and wait, and totality comes around roughly once every 375 years. You don't stumble into one, you travel to one. One more thing. Lasers bounced off mirrors left on the moon show it drifting away from us, about 3.8 centimeters a year. Somewhere between 650 million, 1.4 billion years from now, its disk will be too small forever. No eclipse after that ever covers the sun completely again. 3 ideas built this whole thing. How big something looks is width over distance. A 5-degree tilt throws the shadow tens of thousands of kilometers wide of us, and the 2 paths only touch at their crossings. The sky gives that crown back. The sun returns, and the birds start again. But we know the geometry now. We can say, centuries ahead of time, exactly where on Earth to stand. Thank you for watching. Our small team works tremendously hard on every one of these animations. Following, subscribing, and sharing is what keeps Ortus alive. There is a new video every day. See you tomorrow.